How to prepare for a headshot photo session. So, our research material came from www.rebeccabritphotography.com. An awesome photographer. I love her work. So please visit her website www.rebeccabritphotography.com. This is awesome. So let's start. Good evening, sessionistas and photogs, and welcome to Photogs Life. My name is Chris Calumberan, and I'm the chief photographer and founder of Chris Calumberan FZE. Please visit and follow our social media pages. The links are down below. Again, Happy New Year, guys. This is the first week of our New Year. And I hope that we have enjoyed our parties and year end and everything. And we are looking forward for this beautiful start of the year 2020. Very promising, and I hope we will be more successful, healthier, and happier than always. Thank you very much. How to prepare for a headshot photo session. It's an amazing, I read it, really nice article, really nicely put. I can feel that she is very experienced in what she's doing, and she has placed and share the information of what to do if you are planning to prepare or you're planning to have your first headshot session. Picking a photographer. She started with picking a photographer. Photographers are like snowflakes. None of them are alike. One can be laid back, one can be always on the business side of things, but that doesn't make them less professional. No. It's all a matter of preference. You can meet a great photographer, but sometimes you prefer someone who is laid back, you prefer someone who you know personally. It really depends on how you see them or how you know them, how you feel when you work with them. The levels of expertise can be like 20 years of experience or even 6 months experience. It only depends on how they are in their specialization, on how they are treating you, how they make you feel in front of the camera. You can get, they always say that you get what you paid for. It's all about specialization. Are they doing it for leisure or professionally? And headshots headshot rates can vary between $350 to $800 to $1,000, depending on which country or which area you are in. Here, especially in UAE, it will start from 1,000, 500, 700 dirhams, 1,000, 1,500. Sometimes it can go up to 2,500, depending on who you are working with. You have to consider, are you going to consider with makeup? Are you going to consider with indoors or outdoors? We will discuss that as soon as we go through all these as we go on. The different types of headshots are vertical, the normal vertical headshot, because most of the time when you open a book, how the book opens, it is usually vertical. Another type is a Peter Hurley style. Peter Hurley style is usually horizontal. Why? It's because that most of the people who Peter Hurley works, Peter Hurley is basically a headshot guru in New York City, and he's the one who started this headshot. I met him personally once, and he visited Dubai, and it was such an honor to meet him in person, and how he works and how he shows his work and how he demonstrate all the information that you need to have a headshot done Peter Hurley style. shebang. So horizontal, the reason why he's saying horizontal is when you look at the TV usually is horizontal. Our monitors in our computers and our tablets is horizontal. Now, it's going back to vertical because of our smartphones are vertical, books are vertical, depending on how you would like to have your headshot done. It is more safer to do it somehow horizontally because you can always crop it vertically. So that's that me personally, I think is the safest way. Have your headshots done horizontally and you can crop it vertical in later words. Environmental. This environmental is either outdoor or on location or depending on in your office, in your dental office, in your clinic, something like this to say, the animal in their habitat style of photo shoot or style of headshot session. Right. So, getting ready. Very nice. You can get start with clothes. Get start with clothes. Get start with your wardrobe. Only solid colors. Try to have the solid colors. Try not to have patterns of either a really stripe. I mean, pinstripes are okay, but those wide pinstripes, not those really fine pinstripes or checkers, because it creates a moire in the image that distracts your eye on the subject. So solid colors. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, meaning to say nothing too heavy, nothing too distractive. Because only if only if the idea is to distract the people who is looking at your, having a loud colors or having loud wardrobe would work. But in this kind of professionals headshot style, either actors or professionals, keep it simple is the way it is. They always say less is more. Few changes only the best wardrobe that you have. Don't waste your time or your photographer's time looking all through your wardrobe. Only maximum 5 or 6 wardrobes that can be, that is interchangeable somehow. You can have your jacket on, you can have your jacket off, or a tie or a necktie. The best neckties. You don't have to worry about shoes because it's a headshot. You don't need to wear shoes. Or if you having that comfortable shoes that you can, so that you can pose your posture, is also important to have, the proper shoe somehow to convey that, for you to get in the character, having a better posture. Make sure it's pressed. And also bring a lint roller just in case. I remember shooting someone who has cat hair on their black wardrobe, and I need to remove it in Photoshop, and it's a waste of time. But nonetheless, it came out okay. Hair. Bring your brushes and products, either hair gel or hairspray. Hair down first, then ponytail. Hair down first and then do the ponytail, so that you'll have double options. Otherwise, if you can afford to hire a hair stylist, it's the best way to go. Make sure that you have brief your hairstylist, send them your photograph and send them a hairstyle that you may need, or they can suggest you a best hairstyle that you can have during the session. Number 3, makeup. Start as natural as possible. If you start with a crazy makeup first, it's more difficult to go to tone down. So tone down first and then start building up as you go. When you're doing makeup, it's important to have a natural look also. Try to limit yourself to at least 2 or maximum 3 looks. Just the eyes or a little bit blush or a lipstick, or a change of color on the lipstick. Try to have at least, because you want to preserve your energy throughout that session. You don't want to have plenty of options, because having the makeup artist redo your makeup again will take a toll of your energy. So make sure that you have planned what looks you may have before the session. Try not to use matte makeup because it dries your skin. Also bring a moisturizer and lip balm for your lips. Try not to do, this is very important, try not to do any extreme beauty regime before the shoot, like tanning or facial, because sometimes your face become irritated. Try not to do any extreme beauty regime before the shoot. Try to for the ladies, get rid the unwanted hair before shooting, like facial hair on the lip or somewhere else, I don't know. Get rid of unwanted hair before the shoot. Men right now, nowadays, it's they always have these two options where you can shave, or you can have the clean shaven style. Most of the time, especially here, we have two options. We have the full bearded, the medium, and then the clean shaven, if they are willing to shave it off completely. Because here in the Middle East, we prefer our man with a little bit of facial hair. But it's not usually like that. But most of the men here has facial hair, and they take care of it, and it's in fashion nowadays. For men, also bring absorbing tissue, the oil absorbing tissue, so that sometimes we can get very oily when it comes to shooting. Try not to use any color contacts, especially the ladies and also the men. If you're wearing contact lenses, make sure that they're the natural color that you may have, because again, it may result to misrepresentation of the eye color that you may have, and it's also annoying to have fake eye color. In any case that you can afford having a makeup artist or a groomer, hire them, because the photographer cannot pay attention too much on how you look, because they are basically looking as the aesthetics, the silhouette, and the lighting. This is what the photographers are more concerned of, not the makeup, or not the how your skin is drying or peeling. Obviously we will see that if it's an obvious thing, but if you're having someone else who will take care of your grooming and your makeup, this is a plus point. So save up, try to hire a makeup artist. If the photographer can give you a makeup artist, if they have an in-house makeup artist, try to do that. Otherwise, if you have someone you are more comfortable of working with, like the photographer, then go ahead. Hire a groomer, hire an HMOA hair and makeup artist. Practice makes perfect. This is really good. This point is really good. Practice makes perfect. Look at the mirror. Try to find your best side. Remember that the mirror is flipped. So you can look at the mirror. Try to, usually where we part our hair is our best side. This is the way it is. Normally. Most of the time, when I do have some clients who they don't know where their best options are, mostly they are the ones who are not the veiny types. So I basically coach them which part of the face is best for them after studying them. Few frames that we have done, then we can observe what is the best side of them. Again, also, like the smaller eye should be the one near the camera, because most all of our eyes are not even. Some of them are, bigger on the right side, or the best eye is more bigger. So have the smaller eye nearer the camera. So in my part, it's my left eye is closer to the camera. But sometimes, I also part my hair like this. So this is my best side, this is my smaller eye, and I have my head or my face directly to the camera like this. Exactly. So I have my eyes is smaller here. So that's one of the points. Usually it's not like that, but sometimes they are straight, and sometimes they are on the other side. So another point will be practice different expressions in the mirror, because in our coaching in our coaching sessions, most of the time is we practice on one look and we master that one look, and I make sure that the subject is aware of how they can pull out that look that they may have. Yes. So practice makes perfect. Observe your face in the mirror, and also on the camera, and yeah, before the photo shoot, definitely. Now, during the photo shoot, try to have your playlist ready, or try to ask your photographer or whomever assistant photographer there is in that studio to play some music, so you can be in the mood, so it will not be those awkward silences and whatnot. But I'm sure you may have a favorite playlist that puts your mood up, that you can ask your studio to play for you. Follow the photographer, please. Have a respect to the have a respect with the photographer. Trust them. Sometimes a pose can be silly, can feel weird, but it looks nice. So just trust your photographer. Relax, have fun, and let your guard down somehow. Trust your photographer. Don't force your smile here. Don't force your smile, because it will look forced and it will look unnatural somehow. So try to crack a joke, try to internalize, think of funny things, or if your photographer is really good, they will really make you laugh. And having that residual smile, they call, after a big laughter, and then you will go to residual until you stop laughing, and then there will be a perfect smile coming out from those lips. So don't force your smile. Always think of something that you can smile about or laugh about, so you'll have that natural smile coming out of your face. Squint. When you look at magazines, look at celebrity magazines, you would never see an actor, or even Brad Pitt or Angelina Jolie, looking like this. The eyes are open like that. They will only do that if they're making fun of something, or they're making fun of their character. Usually they have that squinty eye, like this. So most of the time, try to practice that. It's kind of like, if I describe it to someone, it's like it's too bright out there, so that you'll have that squinty eye look, because yeah, the eye speaks. Even if you're laughing, even if you're upset, having those control, you can control your eyebrows, you can control your cheeks, and you can control your mouth. Those three muscles that you have on your face, you can control, so you can express your emotions, or the character that you may have, or the mood that you want to show on those three muscles that you have on your face. Yes. And stay relaxed and stay hydrated. Very important, because sometimes our lips looks dry. And after the shoot, I love this. I love how she put this all together. And I'm telling you, photographers, they have different styles of retouching as well. Sometimes they can be quick, they can take time, but try to be objective. Try to be objective, meaning to say, discuss the imperfections that you may have, discuss those stuff that you may want to be removed, but most of the time, who you are on the photograph is who you should be on the representation. It's just going to be enhanced. Sometimes we have some scars or some pimples or some marks on our face that can be removed, that it doesn't hurt if we remove, but sometimes they are really identifying marks on our face that has to be there. I never remove wrinkles. I remove them, but I just minimize them, so that you will not be like a 360 super duper filtered face, and that is misrepresentation, especially in casting agencies. You need to look who you are on the photograph, so that they will not be scared, or they will not be, what do you call this, expect something else or someone else. You know what I mean? Be easy on the photographer, explain your expectations, and please understand if we say if it's possible or not possible. We can meet halfway somehow, when it comes to retouching. If you have a major editing, please keep in mind we will charge more. There's an extra cost when it comes to editing, because we spend more time editing rather than shooting, and have a realistic turnaround. So you are preparing for a headshot, so you should be doing this in advance. You should be doing this with a more realistic turnarounds, as she said, because we really spend more time retouching than shooting. A perfect shot can be like 3 seconds, and retouching it can take like, say, 3 hours or more, for a one headshot. And that's it. Be realistic, be natural, and take it easy. Relax. So there you have it. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for having us, and I hope you find this topic interesting. Please subscribe and hit that like button, and share this to your friends and family if you find this very useful. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Cheers.